Really lucky to be able to come and bring this tour back here, definitely. Something I never take for granted, especially being so far away from home. So mostly just like feeling really lucky, feeling really proud, but also just really excited. I kind of have an idea at least of what the shows might feel like based on the experience I've had here before, which have all been incredible. But normally in any of these situations, when you try and imagine what it's going to be like, the actual experience will be even better. So I'm really excited. When we first got put in the band, when we were first in One Direction, there was times, but actually throughout One Direction, it was kind of chaotic, you know. Everywhere we went, there was a kind of chaos to it. And actually, I think sometimes from fans looking on it, maybe it looks a little bit scary at times. And don't get me wrong, I always want like everyone to be safe, me, the fans, of course. But I actually fucking love the chaos. I do. Like, as long as it's done safe and whatever, like, it gives me a real buzz. It's really, really exciting. That's kind of why at the end of my tour show, I will go down to the front in the pit and just immerse myself in that passion and that energy, because it's so infectious, that feeling. It makes you feel so good. It was definitely different. I just enjoyed the process so much more for like kind of for every reason. But like there was, when I reflected, and I kind of natural, as you said, of what was going on in my life at the time, but when I reflected on Walls, there was a real weight to it. And actually, I didn't, you know, as much as I think that those feelings are important to put out there to the world, I wanted to put out a more positive message, you know, and that, and I was staying true to myself in Walls, but that's why from the off, the title Faith in the Future I had before I'd written any song for the record, and that being with the intention of just creating this hopeful environment as opposed to the other side of it. I think I was a little bit preoccupied on the first record with what everyone else thought, and I thought I can be in music, and I'm trying to get better, but I can be a little judgmental at times in music, and I kind of imagined how I might perceive myself, and I put up quite strict boundaries, and that was like, you can't come out of a band like One Direction, which is, you know, quintessentially pop really, and then make this kind of record. I had to be brave enough to go through that process, because I didn't really think anyone would listen to me making that kind of stuff, because you don't know. And then to have the support that I have, again, making the music I want to make, it just, I want to just do this forever now. I feel really accomplished. There was definitely a time where I speculated, and even when I speculated, it didn't look half as good as it looks today. So I feel very, very lucky to be where I am. And also, honestly, and I don't say this a lot, proud of myself, definitely. It'd be nice to do a new cover, definitely. I don't know what that might be yet. I always have to resist doing Kings of Leon covers, because it always seems to be my go-to. Again. So I'll have to find something new, but that will... I'm 99% sure there will be a new cover and maybe a new One Direction song. The tough thing with the One Direction songs is it's not always easy to reimagine. We made a different version of Night Changes that kind of feels like it fits in line with Faith in the Future and where I am musically. So as long as we could bring a new song and kind of reinvent it like that, that'd be fun. But also I'm kind of conflicted, because I love singing Where Do Broken Hearts Go, the One Direction song. I love singing Night Changes, so I don't really want to take them out to put in something else, but we'll see. Okay. Do you know what the funny thing? I haven't actually in years, truthfully, but I remember about maybe, it was probably a while ago now, but I want to say like maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, I was pretty drunk after a night out. And I want to say I listened to the whole thing top to bottom, like the whole discography, like the whole thing.
Everything?
I mean, either that or just every single song that I really loved. And it was one of those that actually, you know, by the end of it, I was definitely really proud of all the stuff we made. I don't really know why I haven't since then. I suppose I've been a little bit preoccupied with my stuff, but also I'm singing them on stage, some of the songs as well. So I'm really, really proud of what we did in the band. Definitely.
Do you have a favorite record?
My favourite album, I love Made in the AM, and it's also the last one. It's interesting because we didn't really tour that record, so I think there's a lot of kind of untapped potential in that record for sure. But for me, Midnight Memories was a real moment for both us as artists and us as songwriters. We were really getting opportunities that we wanted to as songwriters, and I think the sound of the record changed quite drastically from the record before Take Me Home. So yeah, probably Midnight Memories. I've had some good recommendations, but I'm not great at the pronunciation. One begins with an F. Fresco. I'm gonna check them out. Oiga Chinya, Ubaita Om.
Yeah.
Tonabu. No chance. Just a general massive thank you for your incredible support over the years. Thank you for making me feel at home when I travel so far away from home, and the reception and the love that I feel when I'm here in your country is incredible. So thank you very much, and anyone who comes to the show hopefully will have a great night.